So hi, good evening, everyone. Today's workshop is on market strategy, and here with us Dr. Rajesh. And Rajesh sir, here we have two teams right now, Toffee Money and Lifesaver. Abu is from Toffee Money and Shubham is from Lifesaver. So just brief about Mr. Rajesh so that you guys know about him. So he's CSR, ESG, and BHR and leadership consultant with over 20 years of experience in IT and 12 years in manufacturing, planning, and customer relation. He also holds an MBA degree and is actively involved with the Indian Red Cross Society, Karnataka Civil Defense, and Rotary International. He has received prestigious awards, including President's Meritorious Award, Chief Minister's Gold Medal, and the Nadaprabhu Kampegoda Award. He is also recognized for his excellence in youth empowerment and as an SAP hero during SAP's 50th anniversary celebration. So now over to you, Mr. Rajesh, and you can start with the session. I
Okay.
think you're on mute.
Yeah. Yes. Thanks, Akhilesh, once again. Short and crisp introduction. And I'm able to see here Janvi from Askam and Abu and Shubham. Okay. So, do we have any kind of framework that we have to switch on the video or it's only audio? What exactly? Because I always prefer to have a video conversations.
Actually, we ask students to switch on their videos if they are comfortable. The
Okay.
Shubham and Abu, if you are comfortable, can please switch on the video. Hi, Abu.
My Wi-Fi, I'm sorry, I can't switch on right now. It would be dropping in that case.
Okay.
Okay. Perfect. So once again, welcome Abu and Shubham for this session. What we are going to discuss about the market research and strategy. So before going forward, and whatever I gained some kind of insights and understanding on the market research and strategy, may know about your ideation or maybe whatever the stage of your startup or entrepreneurship journey, so that I can try to connect and correlate during our conversation. Does it make sense?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Abu, I think you can.
Yeah, so we started with building a financial management SaaS, software as a service. Yeah, so it was basically for small business owners who can manage their cash flow. They could be able to upload their invoices, bills on one platform and see overview of their finances at one place. But as we researched about the market, we saw that it was a cluttered market. There were many similar applications that were doing similar things. So, like to differentiate ourselves, we ventured into AI for data analysis, and so the one of the core differentiation that we are developing is an AI assistant that could help in analysis of the financials. Like a business owner could ask how much profit I made in last 3 months in natural language, and the AI would calculate and display all the results. So we are working currently on that, and we are also working on in implementing it as a separate product, so other SaaS softwares and other businesses could integrate this type of data analytics into their platform.
Okay. Wonderful. When you say SaaS application, definitely you also have plans of having your own uh, private cloud kind of a database, or it's going to be a kind of a public where you're going to use the service of others.
So for cloud, you mean for infrastructure, cloud infrastructure purpose?
Yeah, cloud infrastructure.
Yeah, so we would be using other established players like AWS and Microsoft Azure.
Okay, wonderful. Thanks, Abu. Really got some kind of insight what exactly you're trying to do. Okay. From Shubham, is it okay for you to share what exactly you are planning to do and where exactly you are?
Yes, good evening. Earlier, Lifesaver was our mainstream project was that to vacate and the roads and make the availability of roads for the emergency response vehicle like ambulance and fire brigades. We have developed a solution that does that same thing without any internet communication or any uh, connectivity. We have we are do not rely on internet for that, and it's having a range of quite about 4 to 5 kilometers for the communication and interconnection of the traffic signals and the emergency response vehicles. So for that, when we have made the prototype and polished MVP, we can say that we have proposed that solution to the traffic signal departments, and it's still pending from their side. And the second project, which we were incorporating in company to sustain, is that we are making a smart attachment for the existing water purifiers or for the workspaces like offices or hospitals, which need to monitor the quality of water they are using. We would be providing a web app and application to monitor and see the service alerts and all things about their water purifiers.
Okay. Ambulance and fire brigade. Okay. So what I understand from you, the first one is that a lifesaver. Is it an app based, right?
No, sir, it's a hardware. Like we need to put on that hardware on the traffic signals and emergency
Okay.
vehicles that would be doing prioritization.
Okay. Yeah, hardware. Okay. And the
Like
lifesaver is
in
also
that,
kind of a sorry.
like in the main name was to make it network free, like no dependency of internet.
Okay, good. And even the water purifier, no, the what do you call the quality analysis also kind of a hardware
Uh,
which can display.
it's also a hardware.
Okay.
Hardware, but and also a connected device, IoT device, will be connected to your mobile phone via cloud.
Okay. And this is the real time which you're going to use in the cloud platform again, right? Right.
Yeah, sir.
Okay, perfect. Hey, good to know. It's a wonderful idea, especially the first one when Abu mentioned about the financial based SaaS, no, for the cash flow tracking system or maybe to better manage their business. And I'm assuming that when this uh, SaaS software is more into a small kind of a business, not for the large business, right? Yeah. So, and the second one, Lifesaver, that is really wonderful. Today, at least, okay, I based out in Bangalore, and we have recently installed some of the devices in some of the major junctions in the traffic junctions where that it's going to get the data from previous 3 or 4 traffic signal junctions, and it collects the data if any ambulance or fire brigade is movement is there. According to that one, it changes the signal lights, okay, the red, orange and green. That's what I understand recently one of the article. That's also really good. And if you are able to achieve this one without having dependency on the internet, and also that is even more bigger milestone, I can say, because in the smaller cities, the tier 2, tier 3 cities, again, the internet is one of the challenge. And there, if you implement this one, it's going to be useful to the human being perspective. And even the water purified quality is really wonderful that I'm pretty much sure that wherever we go, just we see the water filter and just pick up the glass and take the water. We don't know in that filter what exactly is going to, what is the quality. So this is really very good that I really appreciate Shubham for you. Okay, so just now I got idea about both the ideations or startup or entrepreneurship what you're planning to do, and I'm pretty much understood that Shubham, you submitted this idea to one of the traffic signal department, and you're waiting for their response. And all. And Abu, I also understand from you that you also place this SaaS product into kind of a what do you call in a trial mode, right? Yeah. Okay. So today's topic, when we look into the market research and strategy, I am pretty much sure that when you start about this product, definitely parallelly you might have thought two things in the hand in hand. Number one, what exactly you're going to deliver as a product or service, right? Which is will be ideation based on the market feedback or maybe based on the customer needs and all. On the other side, I am also pretty much sure that one you might have done pretty good analysis that market check that one is something else already is there in the market. Right. If it is there, how can we upgrade? If it is not, okay, how exactly we can place this as a unique idea? Okay. Keeping into these things into mind and also today's subject topic, market research and strategy, just I would like to brush through some of the basic fundamental, what you call, uh, uh, the fundamental understanding what exactly market research means and how exactly you have to build your strategy so that these market research and strategy, whatever the definition says in the industry, have you really adopted that? It says, okay, there may be scope to improvise. If we have not yet adopted, or maybe we are not in the test stage, maybe this can help you to understand better how exactly we need to do the market research and also strategy in place. So by saying that, is it okay if I share the PPT first? We'll go through some of the basic, uh, uh, the framework or maybe thumb rule, whatever I can say. Then we can also have a kind of a question answer. Is it okay?
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
sure, sure.
So let me share my screen. Okay, do let me know once you're able to see my screen.
Yes, sir, it is visible.
Okay, just swap it here. Yeah. Okay, now it's a full screen to you, all right?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay, perfect. So let us move on to the, yeah, this is what actually we are going to have a what do you call high level of information. I am pretty much sure you might have gone through already, but still I thought these are the key pointers which you should focus, or if you already focused, maybe an opportunity to upgrade it or improvise it. Okay, so exploring the key concepts and strategies for the entrepreneurial success engineering. And very first, I would like to say congratulate and wish you all the very best. Whatever you're doing, thinking and ideation phase, which is going to come out as a product or service and which is going to be useful to our customers. Okay, this is a pretty high level of definition, right? I think you know very well, and this is where that ideation has came into your mind that understanding the entrepreneurship, right? It involves the designing, launching, or managing the new business in the crucial for innovation. I think you both are done, and especially from the cash flow perspective, I am also pretty much sure that Abu, you may be knowing that many products are there in the market already in this space, the small, big, and all, because I've been with the SAP for almost close to 20 years, and SAP is a market leader in the ERP, and where SAP also we had a product to suit for these large industries, mid industry, and the small industries also different products. And in that one of the module I can say the topic was a cash flow management. Okay, where the organization or maybe industry or the department know you usually come to know okay what is it my health of my finance perspective, right? And also what is going to come, what is going to be outflow, and where I'm standing. Okay, so even though knowing of all these things, still when you made this ideation, means definitely something unique for the particular segment of the customers what we are going to see. Okay, and the application of technical skill. Okay, so this is also one of the most important. I am also pretty much sure that when you're going to adopt the technical skill, which is easy to consume and also affordable perspective. Okay, and also Nowadays, if you look into the new era of entrepreneurship, it also should be kind of a real world problem we have to solve. Okay, it is not that age old something was there once upon a blue moon time, and we are going to resolve that one. Okay, for that, a good example is the water purifier quality check, right? Benchmark. Shubham, really, I really appreciate. Okay, we were able to see so many water purifiers and water filters in so many establishments, be it in a hotels or corporate offices, where it may be. We only know that one, okay, water is coming from the purifier. We never bother about to know about that quality of the water, what we are going to consume it. Okay. Now we're coming to the little bit of narrow down the importance of market research. I'm pretty much sure that one you done good homework on this research, but again, the market research is going to simplify or help you to minimize of your efforts. Okay, so it can avoid that kind of a duplication of energy and efforts what is really available already in the market. Okay, so then other two, the strategic planning. Okay, I'm also pretty much clear that one. We also uh, gone through this buzzwords many times that without planning nothing can be achieved. Right, and especially in this kind of a uh, startup or entrepreneurship, okay, it is even more important for us. And again, when someone is going to come forward to move towards the entrepreneurship or startup, it's also risk-taking profile or career, I can say. Okay, we definitely going to success. Sometimes, if not, there is a scope to improvise to become a success. Okay, these are the very basic fundamentals. I'm pretty much sure you would have gone through somewhere in the net or YouTube channels, but still I just thought of sharing with you. Okay, yeah, again, this is more into a definition model. Okay, market research mean it is a structured way of getting the data from the market. Okay, market can be anything, right? Especially in example in the cash flow, you're going to do the right justice of the market research, that going and focus on the respective shops, establishments, to understand what exactly their pain points and what is the number of shops which can be covered in a one particular segment of the region or a, uh, city, whatever it may be. And uh, again, the type of customers, right? Especially in the cash flow perspective, I'll go from your side, the type of customers are more important, right? Because as you also know that when there are many products are there in the market, but again, there is some set of customer still they don't have any enablers in their business to understand about the cash flow. And if you're going to focus, if you're going to take them into confidence, I'm pretty much sure that you would have understand the customers in a better way. Okay, and why it matters? It is very simple definition to reduce the risk, right? Okay. Whether you do startup or entrepreneurship, or even when you go into the college, okay, whether you have to catch your college bus, whether you have to catch the public transport, whether you have to go in a cycle or a two-wheeler, all those things depends on the uh, calculated risk, what time I'm going to reach to my classes from my house. Okay, so as simple of that small practice to the biggest practice perspective, everywhere we're going to try to avoid the risk. Okay, and that also helps on the competition perspective, right? If something already exists, then you're going to think in a different perspective. How exactly I had to come out from this competition as a unique. And the last one is most important is identifies the customer needs. Okay, here if you look into the both of your uh, ideation idea perspective, Abu's idea is very specific to set of customers, but other side, Shubham, your area is a vast, huge customers. It's infinity customers, I can say, or maybe default to that one. Every customer or every consumer or every person who's going to uh, consume the water, you should know what is that water is going to drink, right? Yeah. And again, The last one, the point is very much clear. As I said, no. Uh, when you become a entrepreneurship perspective or cap, you're going to adopt or apply many decisions, right? Because as an employee, you're limited to take some decisions. But as an entrepreneur, you're open to take many decisions based on the demand, based on the actions, based on the repercussions, many things. Okay. So for all these things, if you want to equip yourself better, you have to be have thorough market research before going in. This is what actually the slide says. Okay, so this is again uh, theoretical definitions you would have gone through in your college days of maybe organization management or maybe market research subjects or topics. Okay, the primary, secondary research is everyone is going to be use this one. But the only thing is we should see that one. What kind of a product needs more focus to the primary research? What kind of a service or product needs to be more of a second research? Like example, uh, Shubham case, the secondary research is more important to know generic way that one how exactly the traffic jams takes place in across India. Okay, and how many signals will be there in each city? How exactly we can ensure that number of ambulances passing through each signal, which is going to help. Okay, here exactly more secondary research is we need to focus. Okay, but on the other side, the cash flow from above your side, the primary research is more important for us because we are going to focus on a segment of customers. And of course, the secondary research also going to help us to know how big is the market, right? Okay, because you will get more uh, input from the primary research to fine tune of your product. Okay, so that's what, because in both examples when we discuss is pretty different. Okay, I don't want to say use the word of opposite side. Is a more of a very different type of startup entrepreneurship ideas. Okay, both requires its own set of mm, research or strategy or information. Okay, and again the last word is very simple. If you want to know the first hand information, you focus more on the primary, and if you want to know the broader information, secondary research. Okay. Uh, okay. So these are the simple steps. Okay. And generally, when we try to do something and when we have an idea of the product or services, we always try to use this kind of a process steps according to our own uh, convenience. Nevertheless, if you look into these 5 steps, which can help you to go in a structured way, what are the steps I need to adopt or implement for market research? Okay. Very first, define your objectives. What exactly you want to do in the research? What is that you want to achieve? Then definitely you're going to look into the target audience. Okay. Abu case's target audience is very much clear. The other case, target audience is very wide spectrum. But still, when I look at the water purifier quality, yes, still we have an opportunity to go for the primary research space. Okay, every office, even public spaces. Now, you can ask that what exactly you would like to know. Because when you say that water quality will be having so many parameters. And also, it depends also the quality, which region of people likes what. Okay, some region, um, the set of people may give importance for the pH value. Some region they give more importance for the taste of the water. Some region they may give more importance for the color of the water, or the what do you call crystalness of the water, and some region may be something different. But nevertheless, okay, again we need to take the target audience into the consideration. And research method, there are so many research method will be there. Oh, the conventional research method is kind of a surveys, interviews, online research, many things. And nowadays, if you look into the SEO kind of a research methods, where you can have that online search engine optimization to see some of the research results and apply those things. And also collecting the data of you will be having your own what do you call convenience of also capabilities, I can say, or maybe uh, the pockets. Okay, how I can apply this, collect the data, how much data I required. Okay, how exactly I can make that slice and dice of this data and okay, and there are some few methods freely available in the market. There are few just paid versions. The last thing is most important. I'm pretty much sure any entrepreneur or a startup or even a manager always try to adopt this SWOT analysis with respect to the product and service. The strength of your idea or a product, weakness of your idea, service, and the opportunities. That's what the market research is going to help us. Also threat. Maybe existence of product in some other region, some other location, or some other country, or maybe the product, similar product may be available. Some other startup, maybe in the ideation, they also come at the same time. And also customer segmentation. Okay, we have to see what kind of a customer segmentation is really helpful for us. If we go and adopt the water purifier quality data in the rural area, they may appreciate, they may not appreciate. However, in the class A or a tier one kind of a cities in the corporate offices, when you apply this water purifier quality check data, very much appreciate. So we have to see what kind of a customer segmentation. Okay. Uh, Maybe before going to the next slide, anything you would like to discuss on some of the particular points, or we can keep it in the last of all the question and answer clarifications. How do you suggest?
So, like, I have a query for my product, the water purifier one. Like, there
Yeah.
are the two markets primarily I can target. Like, number one are the household people. That we can install our first product into onto their water purifiers for the testing purpose, not go into the big large scale. But eventually, I think that the so major source of revenue would be the large spaces like the hospitals, malls, or any other office spaces that will be paying us for multiple nodes on a same infrastructure. That which market should I look upon the first?
Okay, good point. See, you given three, four examples: malls, offices, hospitals, right? First, we have to see where we have a customer segment which is overall going to be appreciate this one. Okay, number one. Number two, the affordability. Okay, like in the hospitals, as a general perspective, everyone will be knowing hospital means hygiene, right? So the people who are going to come to hospital may not be that much worry about looking into the quality check parameters of the water, because the perception says hospitals means hygiene, right? The other side, when you look into the corporate offices or maybe in the mall, here the most what do you call the spending power will be there, and also the return on investment the people who are going to be installed also going to get, because here it's a floating population, especially malls are floating population and office is kind of a elite population. Okay, and both of these platforms can afford whatever you're going to be suggest. So I strongly recommend first you can go to the uh, offices because easy to sell for them, and next to the malls. Why malls is secondary? Because always in the malls, no, they're into kind of a tight profits and tight margins, and they always try to say, "Do I really need to invest?" Okay, so like this, you can prioritize. Okay, officers is first reachable and also able to sell better the idea or maybe product or service. Then into the mall because the floating population, every set type of consumer customers are going to be available. Once this two is clicked, obvious reason you can go to the other places, maybe hospitals or temples or wherever it may be, or bus stations, railway stations, everywhere. Is it make sense, Shubham?
Okay. Yeah, sure. Thanks.
Uh, Shall we move on to the next slide?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Are you able to listen some background noise here? Because some construction is going on next to my house. Is it not disturbing you all?
Sir, it's fine clear. No disturbance.
Notice. Oh, perfect. Thank you. Since I'm sitting next to the window, I'm getting louder voice. Okay. See, this is one of the market research overview we have discussed on the bullet points. No, now we are also going to see in a different format the same thing. Importance of market research. Okay, I'm pretty much sure the definition what is given in the above is meaningful and digestible to you all. Okay, market research is a crucial for grasping customer needs, market trends, and driving informed decisions. And also, one more thing I would like to add: the customers, uh, what do you call, uh, not only needs nowadays is a more of a uh, want as well as ambition as well as the what they're looking forward something differently as compared to other products. Okay, and of course the key research methods we discussed. Okay, utilize the surveys or interviews or comparative analysis or gather the valuable insight about the market. Again, primary research and secondary research, you can apply both and appropriately. Uh, Again, when the consumer is going to pay for the product or service, focus more on to the primary research. When consumer is not going to pay for the product or service, you can also take larger uh, distinct of the secondary uh, survey analysis. What it mean by example, the lifesaver idea about the AI hardware for the ambulance or fire brigade. Here, the 10 consumer is very minimal percentile, I can say. Okay, where you can connect, contact, and get the information. Here, it's more of a secondary market research is going to be helpful for us. Number of deaths, number of delays, number of signals where the ambulance has to pass through, and the distance is going to cover for a for a particular mail. What is the time? All those things. Okay, so that is the way we have to look for the methods. And the tools, it's pretty big Pandora box. Okay, again depends on uh, your uh, budget or thoughts or maybe the team what you will be having. No, whether we have to use the freely available tools or maybe we have to go for the paid tools. Example, uh, if that your team of students or team of that project is maybe 10 to 12 people are there, example, you can always use the simple tools and freely available tools so that everyone can do their own slice and dice and also go to the field to the research purpose where the first hand information will be available. The team size is very small and also you feel that when my investment is going to be slightly bigger, then also consider the small portion of the paid tools expense also. Okay, and this is one way of looking into. Many other ways also you can look into. Okay, on a person note. Then the identifying the target audience, this is more important. Okay, as I discussed a couple of examples earlier, when we are going to build the product cash flow, go into the multiple districts or maybe talukas or multiple places to understand the small business owners cash flow management, their risk and their challenges to adopt into your tool, okay, or whatever it may be. Okay, so and also demography, like maybe on a lighter note, in a southern part of India, when you're going to sell this kind of a product, the customers or consumer who is going to be purchased, the shopkeepers will be having a 100 plus question marks in their mind. Okay, because here it's more of a materialistic kind of a relationship they're going to see. In northern part of India, many of the portions where it's more of a trust factors is going to build, and the language factors, and also what exactly they're going to gain by this product. And for a smarter negotiation, things can happen. So when you're going to build this kind of product, we have to see that or how exactly the demography is also going to be useful. And also, especially eastern part of India, when you're going to sell, the biggest input what I got from the Shubham, no, we have to see whether really requires the internet or something. Okay, those things are kind of a challenge in the eastern part of the India. Okay, so if that is not there, can the shopkeepers can use offline sometime, then online. Okay, all those things just we have to see demographic challenges wise, because I faced this one of the challenges when I was working with the ITC, implementing one of the demand management tool. Okay, and where the demand management tool is to be open for a day in a month, all the depots in India of ITC, they're supposed to enter the data, and we are given a 1 day of time, all the depots to enter, and next day the engine is going to start doing running or analyzing and give or push the demand to the aggregated level and go to the central office. Here, actually, what we found the challenge is in the eastern part, especially, uh, the 1 day window may not be sufficient for them, because sometimes if the internet fails, no, it takes kind of a 2 to 3 days to settle back. Okay, unlike in a southern part or maybe Delhi region, no, if the internet failures, the service provider is going to fix as quick as possible. Whereas in eastern part, it is not so. Okay, when we opened this tool on the go live day, we found that if something is goes wrong in the Assam or maybe Mizoram region, the 1 day window is not at all sufficient, not at all possible to enter the data, because they will get reconnect the internet maybe after 24 hours, 48 hours, or 56 hours. So like this, demography is also going to be influenced certain extent. Okay. So the last one, again, I just want to say tailoring the products. Uh, I'm also pretty much sure that any product or service will be having a continuous improvement once it has been launched. But nevertheless, same kind of a thought process should be there during our research and ideation space also. Based on the feedback, we should try to do uh, uh, attritions or irritation, sorry, attritions or maybe uh, improvement of the product or service, certain extent, right? Because every feedback we may not able to adopt, and every uh, input cannot be able to adopt, because still the product and service is not in the market to have the larger scope. Okay. Any question further in this one, so that I can move to the strategy part certain extent now? Okay. Okay. So when one is that research, okay, how we need to connect with our consumers or prospectives, region wise, demography, or maybe the size of the customer side, wishness of the customers and all the research. The other side parallelly will be having a strategy. Okay, what is that I want to achieve, and on what sequence, right? So this also more important. It is not only doing, but also importance at how we need to do these things. So again, uh, as a thumb rule, the slide shows about 3 steps, right? One is define your vision and mission, right? What is it your vision? Where exactly you have to connect or maybe place the product or service, and what could be the journey? Okay, you have to make it very clear this in the beginning itself. In this, I'm pretty much sure will not be having any deviation, okay, or changing 50% or something. Okay, our vision is always going to be stand intact till the end. There may be slightly change, definitely, but not as a big. And the second part we discussed already, the SWOT analysis, whether it's a small or big, a product or service, or maybe a step within the improving the product, or maybe improving the service, or taking back the some services, some features. No, we have to apply SWOT analysis for every aspect. Okay, that really gives the four-way principle. What we say that okay, there may be some strength, there are also some weaknesses, and also there may be threats. How do we really balance these things? Make a kind of a pointing system and see which one you have to adopt or consume, which one you have to omit. Okay, the SWOT is really pretty big influencer in this kind of a decisions. And also, I would like to give one more thought process here. Uh, the ideator or maybe initiator should be done the first level of SWOT analysis, then allow that SWOT analysis to few more members, like what we say that 4A principle, right? The SWOT analysis should not be done individually or one person. Okay, it should be always kind of a brainstorming kind of a session with a set of people, group of people. Okay, that's what one idea or maybe one thought or input I would like to give. So take some collective information from your team members, good friends, well-wishers, or maybe subject matter experts. This is most important. Many times we end up of our cap that okay, let me check myself, let me check my team, let me check with my parents, or maybe let me check with my friends, family. We forget that subject matter experts many times. So always we should make that kind of a practice at one. Whatever we do, let us infuse or maybe include a subject matter expert, SMEs. And the third step, uh, set the goals. Okay, when I need to place the product, how I need to place the product or service. Okay, what is it I need to achieve, and which segment I have to go first. Like as of just few minutes back, we discussed when you're going to do this water purifier quality display or check parameters. You should be very much clear. First, I need to focus on the corporates where I'm able to sell the product easily, and also I'm able to get a matured feedback from the set of customers. It should be very much clearly defined. Okay, we should not make hustle bustle. No, let me place it here, there, and everywhere and see all the feedback. Initial stage, go with a clear mandate kind of a place where you are able to get a good feedback. Okay, iterations you can do, which is justifiable. Okay, and achievable goals. All this is again, see that one smart goal assessment, whatever we say, should be achievable goals aligned with the overall strategy of your vision. Okay, not the theoretical way, it's more into your product and service perspective. Okay, uh, again, this has already been discussed. Okay, just as a input to you. I think the slide is mismatched here and there. This is supposed to come in the beginning. In the mid, okay, there are free and pay tools are there based on your capability, team discussions. No, just see what is it more appropriate for us to use the tools, free or paid, and it depends on the investment, depends on the many other factors, which is very personally matter. Okay, so the last one in the market research space. Okay, these are the already we discussed like one or two mistakes, and again I would like to place it on the table that these are the few mistakes we may commit if you don't give attention for a bigger umbrella. not defining the audience clearly. See, this is what more important. Okay. If you take the feedback or survey from the floating population, it's always going to be a season based feedbacks in the floating population areas. Okay. And when you have that fixed population area, the feedback is slightly matured. Okay. Suppose uh, there is a kind of a big mela is happening. Okay. And there, if you go and do the survey, the people, the segment who are all going to come to that mela, everything depends on their own mindset and thought process. Okay. Because mela is specific to some specific audience forums. Okay. So like that, we should see that one for my product, where exactly I'm going to place it as a first place, and who are those audience or customers, how do I get that feedback from them initial stages. And the second point is most important, not only in this case, everywhere. Assuming what customer want is one of the blunder mistake we do, because assumptions is always going to influence our mind and thoughts easily. Because as a human being, we go through and come through many things in a day in our life. All those things we try to connect the dots and we try to assume things, sometimes in the with the pressure, sometimes due to the time crunch, right? So these things should be eliminated, very clear cut. Okay. And the third one also most important, not testing product market fit. Okay. Example, maybe I will give, I don't want to use any particular city, the traffic signals junctions where we want to implement this AI based hardware. If that city is prone to not adhering to the traffic signals by the public, there is no use. Okay. I know that one or two cities in India, there is no value for traffic signals at all. Even it's a red is there, people will be keep going. Even it's a green is there, they'll be keep turning here and there, whatever the way they want. Traffic signals are no meanings at all. Okay. And also some of the cities, no, the traffic signals are not synced with the stretch. They're also very difficult to achieve what we want to see. Example. Okay. And ignoring competitive intelligence. This is what sometimes we miss from the shell, because every one of us will not mature enough to understand about our competitive intelligence, what exactly others are also doing. Maybe in the startup area, something different altogether. But again, when you're going with a improvised product, no, there it's more of a threat for us. We should see that one, what similar kind of products are also doing improvisation into their own table, right? So you should not ignore uh, competitors' products or services. And overlooking customer feedback. This also both positive and negative. Okay. Uh, See, sometimes a small feedback from a matured consumer can help us to a drastic change in the product itself. Okay, when we do that numbering, Pareto diagram, whatever it may be, we should not say, oh, this is a low numbers, let us leave it, not to read that feedback at all. Or maybe the other side, oh, this is the highest number of feedback, let us focus only on this one. As I said, your product is going to be placed everywhere, but your when you do market research, one of the mela, you will be having a same segment, same set of mentality people going to become. So that number of feedbacks will be very high. So again, you have to see where this feedback has come and is it really matured feedback. Okay, so overlooking both sides is uh, consider the highest number of feedbacks or lowest number of feedback. Again, apply that kind of a what if analysis kind of a thing. So you can get that filtered feedback only to adopt. Okay, good. So let me go to the strategy part. Already we touched the strategy. Okay, and the flowchart basis. Now it's a definition part. Okay. The strategy is nothing but a plan to reach and serve your target customers, right? Effectively. That is more important. Now I would like to add one more wording here, that efficiently also. It is not only effectively, now the cost factor is pretty high in whatever we do. It should be very efficient way of placing the product. And uh, economically also. Efficiently means it ignores many things. Okay. And the role of market research in strategy. When you make a strategy, let us do first market survey, then adopt those feedbacks into my product design, then again place it into the ideation, second level of survey, then look into the feedback, then modify, then go for my manufacturing or something. Okay. This strategy, you have to make it very precise and adhere to that strategy. Okay. So how exactly research is going to helpful to you for your marketing mix and positioning. Okay. And also I would like to give importance here. The research should go parallelly of your strategy when you're going to make a tick mark, because sometimes the strategy has to be changed based on some of the surprises. Okay. So you have to be keep it flexible, not the too much of flexible, not too much of rigid. We should see, okay, the percentage of changes what we can adopt. And the data-driven decision making, okay, importance of using research data for strategic decisions. Again, as I said, the previous slide, the data what you get either in the form of need, want, feedback, suggestion, improvements, ideas, everything, give importance appropriately. Okay? Don't jump onto the influence thing one what you have in your mind to the highest importance or priority. Okay. Uh, Again, the key components of the market strategy. Okay. I'm already discussed this in the research space also. You identify the demographies, psychographies, behavioral factors also, right? Like example, when you want to do some survey in the hotel, and if that hotel is near to the big hospital, that behavioral factors are very high of those customers. And maybe other hotel near to the bus station or railway station, there that customers' behavior is very much different, because the customers are all going to come near to the hospital, they're into more of a frustration and stress mode. Okay. Their mind may not drive properly to give your input feedback. And what you get from the bus station and railway station nearby, they're more into the hurry of catching up their own vehicle. Okay. So we have to see all this, no, okay, for my product or my service, which is the ideal place to take it. And also where exactly I'm going to place my product first. That we have to be focused more. And value proposition. Okay, this is what is important. Definitely is more into ideation stage itself, but again, re-emphasizing during the uh, strategy space also. Is it your product or service is unique? Is it going to solve some of the customer pain points? Okay, so this will make some kind of a hierarchy in of your decision making, that if it's a unique means some different set of propositions we have to apply. If it is going to be give the customer pain points majority, there may be something different. Okay. And the competitive position, as already discussed, no, it is a kind of a black box. We will not be knowing what exactly our competitors are doing, right? And what's running through in their mind and all. So please ensure that one, every product company, every service company or organization trying to do continuous improvement of their own product and service. No one sits comfortably. At least as of today, from last uh, 8 to 10 years, if you look into the market, every company with respect to the product and service trying to do continuous improvement. Okay. Okay, before going to the next slide, any again question, clarification, feedback, or anything you'd like to discuss?
Yes, sir, I have a question.
Yeah,
So you talked about mature feedback. So
yeah.
how do we define a mature feedback?
Okay, I am. The question is from Abu or Shubham? One second.
It's Abu.
Abu. Okay, fantastic. Sorry, I could not able to see who's talking here in this screen. I minimized. Okay, see, when I say matured feedback, see, your product is going to be sold for a small shopkeepers or maybe small establishments, right? Okay, who cannot afford this big players product. Okay, whether SAP or Oracle or Zoho, many companies will be having their own cash flow management products. So when I say mature, you may be staying in a tier 3 city example, and in the tier 3 city, the small establishments or shops also thinks in a very smaller way. Okay, and if you confine to that demographic and start doing something to your product, it may invite some challenge because your product is for all the small shops or maybe establishments across the uh, state or country. Okay, then you have to go really where exactly you have some kind of a matured shopkeepers and customers, and also the shopkeepers or customers or establishments which will be run by family generations and run by first generation. It makes a lot of difference. The first generation people, when you're going to ask, they always expects or give feedback and magics. Okay, hey, that is this is that this and that. When you go and discuss with the business establishment or business person who's a the generation wise they're doing the business in that shop or establishment, they give very matured and proven feedbacks. No, what is my challenges, what is my issues, how do I need to come out, because he has learned from his father and grandfather many challenges, many resolutions, many feedbacks. That will make a lot of matured way of getting the feedback. Example, this is again, is it make sense at an extent?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Anything else before we go into the next couple of slides?
Yes, sir, I have one more question.
Yeah.
So, we have noticed that sometimes during surveys or potential customer interaction, the customer try to be polite, they don't want to dishearten or demotivate the entrepreneur. So they give positive feedback just to be nice or just to be polite. But when it comes to paying out for the product, they usually make some excuse or they back out. So how can we uh, tackle this,
Okay.
and how can we get around their willingness to pay?
Okay. Good point. Once again, see, uh, this is very generic. I'm going to give answer, not to the specific. See, whatever we do as a professional, okay, or a businessman, very first we should gauge the human being. Okay. Next, we have to go to that respective object or topic. You take the two olden days of our practice, right, in India. We used to give that importance for our Atiti Devo Bhava, right? What do we say the moment when they come to home? Hey, how are you? How was the things at your place? And how are you feeling? How was your journey? And we listen something from them. Okay. Then the moment they come and sit, now we offer the water and to eat something. Okay. Then we are going to discuss about the business. So this space is meant for knowing each other, okay, judging each other and connecting each other, right? this is what the same thing we have to do in even in our business also. When you're going to discuss with the prospectives or feedback customers or consumers, very first you gauge or judge about that person. Okay. Mm, what is it he's talking about? Is it having some sense of his talking? How is nice and polite? How is crooked? All these things we are able to gauge. We are pretty much sharp in that, Indians especially. And then you make your own note. Okay, oh, this person, whatever he gives, I can take it only 50%. Definitely not 100%. Okay, because during conversation or during the interactions, you are able to gauge what this person is. Is it make sense, Abu?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this is what I say that maturity of customers, when you understand this customer feedback or thoughts is really valuable or is telling from his heart. Okay, then you have to give that as a tick mark as a matured feedback or input or survey, whatever it may be, whatever you call it. Okay,
Yes, sir.
good,
Got it.
perfect. So let's again very basic definition of your marketing. What exactly you're trying to sell? Okay, the features, benefits, and uniqueness. Okay, uh, all the three example whatever you given here should be having some kind of a what is it 1 degree better or more. Okay, you cannot do the same thing. Okay, so that means you're into different segment of the business. You're going to steal or capture someone's business in the mass only, not the niche. Okay, so uh, dis- discuss or deliberate about the product space very diligently and also to widespread varieties, even in a small feature which is nice to have, also should flag it. Hey, this is the feature. This is the benefit. Okay. I think if you look into some of the insurance products, okay, because now if you look at the insurance products, now every product is almost similar. Only one small uniqueness will be there. That's it. But if you look into the features of that insurance product, especially in the LIC example, if you see, they would have given kind of a 25 features. That 24 is same to some other product also. Only one is only unique. But nevertheless, all the 25 they will list out as features. Okay. So again, this is all kind of a marketing tips for a product space. And the second most important now, especially the product which is going to be placed into the uh, below premium segment, the cost factor is very high. Okay, the cost plus value, value based, and the competition based. Okay, is this product is really worth that is a cost. Okay, when consumer is going to give, I always think about the value and also competitor product. Okay, something we are going to give to the consumer space. If something relevant or nearby product, what could be the price? Okay, if my product is having a 20 features more than that one, yes, my pricing may be something different. If my product is going to have only 2 features more than my market existing product, then the competitive price is not so lucrative. Okay? So all these things you have to keep in mind. And more than that, anything your manufacturing cost or overheads, all those also going to be matter in the below line. It is product means not only the selling price, every aspect you have to see. Then the place, okay, this is a 4 piece. Okay, sorry, forgot to mention in the beginning, the product, price, place, and promotion. Okay, and distribution channel. Okay, how do you really place the product on the customer table? If it's online, then your expense is very less of selling the product cost of goods sold, right? So then your cost can be squeezed and make it more lucrative to the consumer. If it's a retail sale, then you have to look into your wholesaler, distributor, retail, the profits, everything is going to come to your pricing. If it's direct sales, still some overheads will be there, but compared to retail, a little bit less, and compared to online, more. So all these things you have to see when I'm placing this product. Okay, how exactly I need to place? What is the price for that? And the last one, promotion. This is also most important. The biggest example, whatever I seen in my recent days of years, example the Tata Nano car. The product is good, the price is good, and the catching the customers to which segment has been released also good, but they are not promoted in the right way, what's supposed to be. Example. Okay. So like that, you should take that promotion in the right spirit to the right segment of customers, and also use this advertisement, public research, or digital marketing, newspaper handouts, ads, whatever it may be. Okay, nowadays more into the digital marketing space rather than physical marketing. Okay, so you have to keep all these things ready in your strategy itself. That's what I actually need to say. Okay, so again, when we say the promotion, it is not only a one word of promotion, it also comes under the part of the go-to-market strategy. Okay, in your bigger strategy, there are multiple strategies will be there, right? The product innovation strategy, the product manufacturing strategy, the product sales or go-to-market strategy. Okay, every segment it should have its own strategy, its own SWOT analysis. Okay, its own uh, what do you call the input output analysis. Okay, so then customer acquisition channel, how exactly you're going to influence your customers. Okay, online marketing or maybe partnership events. Okay, some exhibition will be there in that whether you want to uh, launch the product aggressively, or maybe kind of a display boards in many shops. Okay, or maybe online marketing. Use your the search engine, social media platform, no, so that they can flash your product multiple times based on the consumer interactions with the online platforms. Okay, and also you have to keep it certain budget for this go-to-market strategy, because this is the one cost element which we cannot be avoided, right? Because ultimately, whatever we try to do, my product or service, no, how do I need to place it? For that, what is it my expenses or overheads are going to become? That means that budget you have to allocate. That should not become surprise to you. Okay. And the last one is metrics for success. You have to make that success metrics in every stage. Okay. What is it we thought in the beginning? What we achieved? What is the percentage? Okay. Every segment you have to see, have I really succeeded in that stage? Okay. So move on. Okay, so next 3 4 slides is more into the case study. Normally, what I used to have in the workshop model in the colleges. Uh, Now, in the initial itself, we have discussed more with Abu and Shubham no, about your product or idea and all. Maybe I can keep this one. Uh, you can just uh, give a little bit more insight or thoughts, whatever we discussed now on the research and strategy part, so that if I'm able to, I can add some validation in that space. Okay, if not, maybe I can come back to you. Okay. So next 3 slides are more into a kind of a case study and some success stories, right? This is what everyone knows, success story, Zomato or Ola's or Paytm. This is a very big, but I always appreciate one thing is a red bus. Okay, I think you all know that in Panindra, He supposed to go to his native for a Diwali festival. He could not able to get a bus ticket, right? And he was end up sleeping on the streets and spending more money to reach his hometown, not in the right time. That is ignited idea, and he made that platform such a way that one uh, our bus operators should not having the dare to deny, and also low cost for them, and also integrating, connecting the dots, everything. That is I personally always feel that one red bus is one of the success business, and which is be useful to common man in many aspects. Okay, and everything is success, but I somehow I don't know. Always I feel that one red bus is a superb idea. Okay, example. Okay, again, this we discussed already. Uh, I just would like to give once again thoughts on the strategy space. One is a SWOT analysis. So whatever you do, as I said, no, SWOT analysis is one of the kind of a golden uh, tool I can say, which can be used everywhere, even in personal life also. Even your, I normally adopt it in even when want to do small initiatives also in the community service and social connection also. I will apply this SWOT analysis. Okay, is it really make sense to do? And the Pestly analysis, I really don't have much of idea on this Pestly analysis. Okay, I just heard from one of my good friend from him that okay, Pestly analysis also will be used in the industry. I never used. Okay, sorry to say that one. And the Porter's five forces analysis, competitive analysis. This is competitive analysis again. It's more into the deep dive of our entrepreneurship and startup space. Okay, the different type of competitions, right? It's not only product or service competition. It is all kind of a psychological competition. Okay, and also the situation competition, right? Many things will come into the picture. Okay, yeah, this is what exactly last normally I do with the college students to have a case study and discuss in the platform on the stage, so that as I said, no, the 4I principle is one of the golden words normally what I feel that uh, if I don't know or you don't know, some other will be knowing definitely. So this is what actually I believe. So just say that one, whatever you do, the case study, discuss with a good number of people. As I said, friends, family, subject matter experts, whoever it may be. Okay, I think this is what my last slide says, I believe. Closing thoughts. Uh, uh, this is again my way of telling the things, especially for the student segment. Okay, we should encourage students to embrace the learning process and remain adaptable. Okay, so the learning from your academics, from your social segment, or maybe from your friends, family, or it may be ultimately that the learning process keep run running in your mind, okay, in your product or service, and adaptable. Okay, no learning is going to be waste. Okay, because when I started my journey as a consultant, my good friend who brought me in this space used to tell a consultant is a person who's going to learn at customer place and customer cost and is going to adapt for the customer. He's a consultant. So this is a kind of a golden words I usually remember. So whatever I learn from the customer place and customer, because immediately I will try to adapt it for the same customer, maybe next customer. So that adaptability should be there. And only thing is we need to see the appropriate place for adoption. Everything cannot be adopted everywhere. Okay, so that is what entrepreneurship journey should see. And takeaways, I'm pretty much sure this is also kind of a golden words. Importance of customer insights and strategic planning is building a successful business. So what it mean by the two things again here, customer is a central focal point in whatever we try to do, whether it's a product, process, service, or social concern, or lifesaver kind of initiatives now, which will not be a business, is more into helping to the community. Ultimately, customer insights are more important. We have to give, and of course, we have to have a clear planning. Okay, whether it's a segmental strategic planning or overall strategic planning, or research, or a product development, or maybe your go-to-market channels, whatever it may be. Ultimately, you see that on every pointer will be having its own influencing factor of your own success journey of the business. Okay, so yeah, I just would like to say again in generic way that wish you all the very best, whatever you try to do for your future entrepreneurial journey. Okay, and always I try to see not only in this space, everywhere. Just start thinking. Okay, whether you sit at home and trying to see in the window, start thinking what is it, something different I'm able to see. Okay, and dreaming, imagination, apply practically, trying, implementing, and ultimately the most important factor is you should enjoy. Okay, if you're not enjoying, means something is wrong in that. Okay, so this is what actually I normally share with everyone. Okay, let me pause here, come back to our uh, yeah. Hi, Abu and Shubham. I'm happy to see you back on the screen in the video. Okay, now that forum is open for any clarifications, questions, answers, right? Is it right format and space, Akhilesh? Uh, are we going in a right pace?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Anything else you would like to know from my side?
Uh, no more questions.
Yes, sir, I have a question.
Yeah.
Yeah, so large established companies have established distribution. Like if they observe that my product is working, my pricing and strategy is working, and small number of people are liking my product, and they could the large company they could just copy all the features, pricing, and all things, as it is becoming easier to build products faster with the help of AI, and then use their distribution to push me out of the market. Like, how can we effectively compete against such companies in such scenario?
Okay. Good point, Abu. See, this is where the threat, right? In the SWOT analysis, and this is one of the point for your threat. Okay. See, if I take one small example for this, take like 20 years back. Uh, eh, most of you maybe heard that only parents or grandparents used to write some diaries, right? Dinachari bolte na, diaries, what has happened today and tomorrow, sorry, yesterday, and they used to keep it as a reference. If someone opens that diary, it is a big hangama, right? But today the scenario is open world. Okay, yeah, if I'm eating ice cream in the parlor, we're going to post it into the Facebook status and all. Okay, so why given this example is earlier people used to do everything in a, I don't want to use a secret word, hold the privacy and secrecy space. Okay, so same thing we need to adopt this kind of a threat space when you're going to uh, uh, release this product or place this product, make it as private as possible until unless you understand that my product has own the market in a small segment. Okay, what I mean to say, you put more into kind of a your physical efforts to ensure the product is having its own uh, outer shell, privacy shell. The consumer should be used, and I am putting more effort to go to the further consumers to start using. Once if I get that kind of a trigger. Product is stable, robust, accepted for customers. Then make it into a kind of a bigger marketing scale. Okay. So what it mean by when you're going to make a bigger marketing scale, you will be already having a data and also that design to showcase, hey, this is what my foreign customers are using this product across Northern India, Southern India, whatever it may be. And this is a unique USPs of my product, right? If someone goes to be copy these things, the big entrepreneurs, as you like to say, okay, customers are slightly mature enough to understand when I have these features and such a big market already in this product in a small price, why should I go to the bigger players? One thought process example. Number two, the bigger players also going to think already this product features is given in the big social media or marketing platform so much. Well, copying also they think twice. They'll not copy just like that. Okay. And they will be having their own strategy of copying and releasing into their own distribution channels and all. This is the one perspective. Second perspective, I'm also pretty much sure that whatever they have channels, it is not private channels. It's a public channels, right? You can also tap comparatively early stage of your own competitor's channel to push this product in their channel. Okay. And again, every big players will be having a three types of uh, channels, right? Platinum channel, diamond channel, or a premium channel, or maybe mass channel. You should see that one, okay, which channel is more affordable to my product so that I can use a channel because every channel is owned by private people and they want to make money. Nothing great, right? In that. Unlike the product company, they want to have the brand and everything. These channel partners are just they want to make money, multiple products. So you can also use those channels in the early stage itself. Okay, the moment you open the privacy shell, secrecy shell, use these channels immediately so that you can give a counter attack to the bigger players if you have that threat. Is it make sense or useful to you?
Yes.
Perfect. So almost we are 90 minutes. Still 30 minutes are there as we planned. Uh, Anything else we need to discuss or you would like to know from my side?
I mean, I got this question of like blatantly copying someone's product from a tweet that was going viral over Twitter. So this guy was saying that you observe any SaaS product that is growing and has a good traction, has good traffic, and he was just saying that you just copy the whole product from end to end and don't charge a subscription model. Just charge a pay as you go model and make it cheaper for others. So he was saying that instead of finding a product market fit, instead of researching, you could just blatantly end to end copy a working product and charge it as pay as you go instead of a recurring one. So and like people were upvoting it and like that they were showing that it's a good idea.
See, one more point also I would like to give, being I was a part of the biggest ERP product in the world, okay, SAP. Any product new feature, if you want to release from SAP as part of the new feature release, because of our bureaucracy system, I can use that word very boldly without having any hesitation. It will take definitely 6 to 9 months or 1 year. Before that, we cannot do. Because the bigger companies will be having their own bureaucracy, their own process, their own approval stages to do many things. It is not like just like that we can release a product. It is not that much easy, even though you are going to copy. Because in SAP, we copied many of the features of our competitors' product, and the timeline is minimum 1 year. Below 1 year, we cannot. It's not so simple as we think and we have that assumption or perception. Maybe small companies can copy the feature because everything is controlled by one individual. Okay. Here it is not so. Example in SAP, if my marketing guys comes to know some features in our competitor product, they will get the information, they'll analyze, scrutinize, they give to our solution managers. Solution managers will verified, then they will give to our product managers. Product managers are going to be value verified, and they do some further research and capabilities of product and compatibility with our product and all those things. Then they make a proposal, then they send it for budget approval. Hey, we need so many hours to develop this product. Then the budget approval is going to be happening once in 3 months in bigger companies. Okay. So they have to wait for the 3 months or 2 months, 1 month, whatever it may be. Once it is approved, that comes to my development managers to allocate that budget of resource. Then that resource is going to develop, test, validate, then place into the market. It is not as simple what we think in a big companies.
I mean, it's more of the reason like we are focusing more on AI and fine tuning our own model so that we can have a robust intellectual property. Like we are working hard on our NLP model. Like it would be fine tuned to the point like there is no other model and people can confidently use our data analytics. So that's one of our strategy to avoid competition and to differentiate ourselves.
Okay, got the point. See, again, it all depends on the our platform, the private cloud or public cloud. If it's a private cloud, we need not to be very much. It's a public cloud, yes, we have to be very. And within that one, we have to build our own walls. Okay, how exactly we can safeguard our own ideations. It's a part of your product design, platform design, and all those things. And this is a common in a industry. Anyone can copy anything. Okay, I think we are all heard about in the WhatsApp University. If any new iPhone releases, in 48 hours we are able to see similar kind of a design in China, the open market, right? Though it is so much of secretly they do Apple, but still they cannot avoid. So it is there in the part of competitive market, and we have to see, we have to adopt some measures where I can really uh, take care of my design and product and strategy, whatever.
Like in today's day and age, there are, I guess, two things. Like one is product development and second is distribution. So, uh, so what do you think? Like, which one is getting more important to focus on? A distribution, marketing, or the product itself?
See, it depends on the product also. Like example in Shubham case, distribution is not a challenge. If this product is going to be proved to the community, and if the one person as a traffic and signal in department agrees, placing that product is not a challenge. But in a consumer goods like the drinking water purifier quality check display or something, no, that will be having a challenge. Again, it is a since it's a USB uniqueness of this feature. Uh, Once you give the product development importance, see which are the ways I can place this product into the consumer space. Okay. Again, it depends on the product. The third product, your cash flow, uh, fin product. Here it is because this feature is available in every ERP company, right? Smallest to tally to biggest SAP and all. But still, you're going to penetrate some segment of market, right? So that means it is existing feature already available, which is going to be make a, some miniature given to one set of customers. That means here the channel is more important because here it is not a innovated, it is a more of a simplified version of the product, right? So then the channel is more important for you. I'll tell you the same example. I don't know 100% fully. When I was having sessions in the IAMB, Bengaluru IAM, one of my professor, he was an advisor to Ather vehicles, electric vehicles, EVs. What I understand from him, Ather has given the maximum importance for the product, sustainability, and the features, everything, the lesser important to marketing and the channel. That is where they delayed of launching the product almost close to 1 year. And 1 year is a big cost. During that 1 year, anybody would have been come with similar kind of products and capture the market. So again, depends on the product. We should see what is more important to me, the channel or the product itself. Okay. Each things is going to be changed. Is it make sense? Okay, really, honestly, I need a feedback from you all because I always try to do that physical workshops into the colleges. Okay, virtual is slightly rare, but NASCOM is really appreciate NASCOM to make this also as a virtual, so that the spreading this fragrance of ideations to virtual friends also really makes sense. I really should say thanks to Naskam and Akhilesh and Priyanka who helped make this kind of a sessions. Okay. Anything in the last? And before concluding, Akhilesh, I will take the privilege now just to know about the feedback, how you felt this session. You can share with Akhilesh the feedback, and Akhilesh can share it with me. And you can also write a mail to me or anything if you feel to keep connect. Okay, my mail ID, I think Akhilesh can share that if requires. And we are going to connect again in another 2 sessions, the leadership and sales and customer review space. Okay. Uh, yeah, I think over to Akhilesh. Akhilesh, we're not able to hear you, I think.
Am I audible, sir?
Yes, yes.
Thank you so much for sharing your valuable insights in market research and strategies. I hope Shubham would have got the valuable insights from that and learn how to proceed further while doing market research and everything. If you have any experiences and still ask for, you guys can write it to me and I'll share it with you.
Okay.
I think they don't have any question, right? So they can.
Okay. Thank you. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
And have a
Thank you, everyone.
great
Shubham.
day and week ahead.
Sure. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
See you
Have a
on
great
the
day. Bye bye.
Thank you, sir. Thanks for the session.